Hi guys, welcome to Tamra's Tarot Variety. We have a very special guest with us today. I would have to say Mr. Rogers. He's our special guest today. But I have to say that he's probably one of the most influential people in my life. I watched him a lot and I resonated with him a lot growing up, and I don't think I would be the same person if I didn't watch his show. And guys, I'm not exaggerating. I had a very special connection to him, and I think watching him helped me be what I am today. Okay. he's with me right now. And as many of you know, I do automatic writing. So before I get started, I just want to thank everyone for liking and subscribing. It's been awesome, and I started this channel in July, and I have 152 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. I just want to say thank you. Okay, Mr. Rogers had a lot to say in my automatic writing, so I'm going to start there, but he's with me right now. Okay. When he came in, guys, he came in with bagpipes. Not playing them himself, but the slow sound of bagpipes came in. And I don't know if he's Irish or Irish heritage, so I need to find that out. And I know he was a Pisces, so that makes a lot of sense. He's just calming me down. Okay, so he wanted to start by saying, one of the famous things that he said in his show has been misunderstood. He would tell the children, or whoever was watching, he actually said adults would watch too. So he would say, everyone is special. Now, some people misunderstood this as that he was telling children that they were special, meaning that they were better than anyone else. And that wasn't his message. And when I was younger, that's not the message that I got. The message that I got was what he was intending. He meant we all have unique gifts and talents. I'm like, what's my writing? So we all have unique gifts and talents. And he wanted us to reach them, to reach our highest goals and our highest good. Now, some people may not believe that everybody can do that, but he is saying, yes, we can, because we all have different talents and goals. And some people do come here to be a babysitter or a mother or a janitor or a garbage man. Like, they come here wanting to do that physical labor as part of their life path. And if we all were able to do what we came here to do, we could all do it. And he says, there are enough resources for everyone. I wasn't expecting him to get this. He's giving me this energy. There are enough, excuse me. Oh, I got all worked up. There are enough resources for everyone. And part of what happened in 2020 was a reset. And Mr. Rogers is saying that he's been here watching over us, and he wants to tell you all he's very proud of everyone. Everyone has gone through it, and he means everyone. And he is giving you a big pat on the back. And he said this is a reset. And the values and principles that he cared about are, he wants us to go more towards that. And he swears we will be happier if we can. But we have to stick together. Okay, so he's also said it was his time to go. He's very happy. He's at peace. He is talking to us now. He said, please pray to him. Talk to him anytime. He will help you. And he said, even as an adult, you don't have to tell anyone. You can watch his show. And so he wants to talk a little bit about his lifestyle that, people made fun of. And he wants to say that sometimes taking things, removing things from your life is better than adding. So him, Mr. Rogers, like many, and he's saying Einstein is an example, followed a simple routine, wearing the same thing all the time. So he did that in order to clean up his headspace and give him more energy to open up his imagination. Now, he's not suggesting everyone live like him. He's just suggesting that people that feel a little bogged down, cluttered, could simplify their life a little bit. And he's definitely saying, artists and really like funky creative people, of course you're not going to wear the same thing every day. He's not saying that. He wants you to experiment with colors and paints and all of that. He was telling me, I'm an INFJ, that's the Myers-Briggs type. He's saying he was the same. So he is saying, like him, you all have the power to save children. And you actually can help save each other. He's saying not in every circumstance, but more so than you think. Do not be a pacifist, though. He was not a pacifist. He actually, behind the scenes, fought for his show and for his principles. So he was not a doormat. He fought for his program. He fought for children. And he said, make sure to pick your battles. And he can almost guarantee the best way to come out on top is to do it with class. He worked himself tired. And it did affect his health a little bit. And he is warning you all not to do that. Make sure you rest. It's one of the number one things for your health. He's being very dad-like, not surprisingly. He said, make sure to get things checked by specialists and don't let things go. He did. And that was, he kind of wasn't serious enough. But in the end, it all worked out. But if you, wherever you're feeling a pain, look it up and go see a specialist, if you can. And that's another thing. He's really an advocate for healthcare for everybody. Again, he's saying, pray to him if you have a problem. And he's asking you to please always listen to music. And he was saying that to me because, guys, I have to tell you the truth. I used to listen to music all the time, but since this whole thing happened, it just brings up too much emotion. And I've had a lot of people in my life pass, but he's saying just, that's okay. It's okay to get emotional, and sometimes music will trigger that. But he's saying it's a release. So please continue to listen to the music you like. And he wants you to give new music a chance. And also don't turn your back on the old music that you liked, and try to do your best not to criticize and make fun of it. Because if you liked something in the past, maybe you're trying to be cool. He's saying too cool for school, but don't do that, because if you looked into your heart, maybe you are sick of some music you listen to a lot, but he's saying there's a piece of you that still likes it. It's just that you got sick of it. And it's not fair to the artists, just because you got sick of music, that we all, he's saying cancel culture, and we all, bash on musicians or, actors, like people that we liked, just because it's cool. So moving on, he's saying, if you want to be young, everyone is looking for the fountain of youth. Partying, substances, all that, sex, etc. That's not exactly youthful. He's saying, if you actually think about it, being youthful is being childlike, and children don't do that. He is not criticizing partying at all, but substances, all that stuff I've mentioned, can make you actually feel older, uninspired, block you, and make you tired. And he is saying that addiction is basically a lack of love and a lack of connection, because a person is basically heartbroken, but instead of working through it, they're not connecting to important people in their life. Something happened to that connection, so they connect to something else. It could be anything, addicted to anything. He said it's very complicated, but that's the base of it. He's recommending moderate exercise. I think he lived in New England, so he lived a pretty clean life. And he's saying that could surprisingly make people happy. And he's saying there's definitely an energy and a vibe to living in cities, and he does recommend, there are certain types of people that benefits, but don't cancel out the idea of getting moderate exercise, fresh air, sun, and going in the water, lakes, and being near lakes in the ocean. He's definitely liking the environmental movement. He's asking you to please protect the earth as best you can, he's saying without feeling like that tremendous guilt. That's not helping anybody. He would like you to watch more movies, read books, pay attention, etc. to people that you like. He's saying, surprisingly, people focus sometimes more energy on people they don't like, and it might just be a habit, but you'd actually feel better and be happier. Find some mentors, people that you admire, and watch their movies. give them credit, give them support. He's saying to reach out first to people, compliment people, say hello first. Now he's saying he's not completely naive. Please be careful of where you are. There's a lot of craziness going on right now, a lot of crime, etc. Protect yourself, of course. But he's saying where you can, he's bringing up that idea of too cool for school again, and it's blocking people. People are not, their heart isn't open. They're not connecting with people because everybody's expecting the other person to give to them, and that's never going to work, guys. I did pull one card for him, from him, like as a message, and I got I used the Angel deck by Radley Valentine, and I got 5 of water. So let me just read the card here. It says things not turning out the way you'd hoped, and that's definitely for this year. It is still 2020. He says many are not seeing the positive in a situation, and he's understanding that. Again, he patted us on the back and said we've been through a lot, but he said please don't cry over spilled milk. Please understand that things are going to get better, and see where you can take this situation and use it to your advantage, combining it with everything else that was said. But the crying over spilled milk is he would like us to grow up, and he said there's not enough adults in the world, guys. That's one of the big problems. It's not about beating yourself up or feeling guilty. He just says we need more adults, and we have to look out for the next generation. It is our responsibility. And he's saying responsibility isn't a bad word, guys. The more you practice it and you see the good results back, and it's a feedback loop, and then you feel more mature. The more mature you feel, the more confidence. A lot of people are lacking in motivation, in confidence, in drive, and he's saying that there is a very basic way that you can find that confidence, and it's caring for others, and it's looking out and protecting the younger generation and having something to give. And he's saying it doesn't matter who you are. Even if I'm talking to you right now, you're in prison, doesn't matter. You still, he's saying, please trust him, guys. You still have something to give. And let me just look through and make sure I didn't miss any messages. Yeah, and if you need inspiration, he's saying, please pray to Mr. Rogers. And he wants me to repeat that you all have something to give, and that is where you're going to find your courage, your strength, and your happiness. And he's saying, he's not talking about codependency. He's not talking about giving to abusive or toxic people. Please, if you have that history, understand, learn about that. But that's not what he's talking about. Okay. He wants to end it with what he always said, that you're all special, and you're all special in your own way. And again, it means you're equally special to everybody else. Just you have your own uniqueness, and he's asking you, just whatever you do, just please find that in yourself and accept it, and as best you can, give that to others. And again, he's saying, please pray to me. So pray to him when you can. And he wants to say that he loves us. He's always watching over us. And all right, that's going to be it. He's saying goodbye. And he has a dog with him. He's walking a dog. So he's in his sweater outfit, and he's happy. I don't know if he had a dog before, but okay, guys, it's getting long, so that's going to be it. So maybe get a pet too. And he said adopt a pet if you can. All right, guys, that's going to be it for talking to Mr. Rogers, and I will be on soon. All right, take care. Happy holidays.